Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel 10 Minutes Cloud Learning. And as part of today's video, we'll understand some of the basic components of VPC, that is public and private subnets, then what is route tables, and what is Internet Gateway, what is NAT Gateway, and subsequently we'll do a lab where we'll use all these components to get a better understanding. So let's understand what are these components first. So virtual private cloud is a custom defined virtual network within the AWS cloud. It helps in provisioning our own logically isolated section within the AWS. A subnet is a segment of an Amazon VPC's IP address range where you can launch Amazon EC2 instances, Amazon relational database services, and other AWS resources as well. NAT gateway is used to enable instances within a private network to connect to the internet. It is used in order to secure the instance and prevent the internet from initiating a connection with them. Hence, it allows only egress traffic and blocks all the ingress traffic. Internet gateway component that allows communication between instances in your Amazon VPC and the internet. Now coming to the route table, it is a logical construct within VPC that contains a set of rules called routes that are applied to the subnet and used to determine whether network traffic is directed. We have two types of route tables. We have private and public route table. Private route table restricts any kind of traffic to the internet, whereas public route table does not restrict traffic to internet, right? So when we create a route table within the VPC, by default it will have this entry, that is local route, which means the subnets can talk to each other or communicate among each other. And in case we want to make it as a public route table, then we have to have, we have to edit this route table and we have to make one more entry which will have the internet gateway also. And if at all I want to make this route table as a private route table, then I have to have a different entry here, that is I have to have a NAT gateway entry within the route table. So a subnet that is associated with a public route table is called as a public subnet, and a subnet associated with a private route table is called as a private subnet, right? So now let's understand the demo that, or the lab that we are planning to do, and what is the architecture that we are going to follow in the next slide. So I have my AWS region, that is US East. Inside that I'm going to create another VPC with CIDR range as 10.0.0.0/16. Inside that I'm going to create a public subnet which will have a CIDR range of 10.0.0.0/24, and I'll have another private subnet which will also have a similar CIDR range. The only difference is that there is a 1 here. The other significant difference is that, okay, these two are in different availability zones. As you can see, my public subnet is in US East 1A and my private subnet is going to be in US East 1B. Now I'm going to create a route table. This will be associated with my public subnet. As you can see, my route table will have a default entry, and this IP address corresponds to the IP address or the IP address range of my VPC. Similarly, I'll have another route table that is associated with my private subnet, and it will also have the similar local root entry. Next, I'm going to create two EC2 instances. One is one EC2 instance will have a public IP address, and the other EC2 instance, which is going to be created within the private subnet, will not have any kind of public IP address. It will only have the private IP address. Now the thing is that these subnets, they have to talk to each other, and that is where the router comes into picture. So as and when there is a request that goes from private subnet to internet or public subnet, the router is going to interpret that request and understand whether the request is is configured within the specific route table or not. If it is configured, then it will allow. If it is not configured, then it will not allow, right? It will say timeout, right? So what we are going to do over here is that now we'll have the internet gateway as well. Internet gateway, as you can see, it allows any kind of communication to the outside world. Okay, that is the EC2 instance that is there in my public subnet can talk to the internet via the internet gateway, right? So now this is not the only configuration that we need to do. We also have to make an entry in the public route table. That is, we need to associate the internet gateway ID, and it this corresponds to anywhere. Similarly, for my EC2 instance to connect to the internet, EC2 instance which is there in the private subnet, now it cannot connect to the internet because it is associated with a private route table. Okay, and to make it to be for it to connect to internet, we have to configure a NAT gateway. That is, that NAT gateway has to be configured in my public subnet, right? And at the same time, we have to make some entry in the private route table as well. And the entry that we need to do is this one, that is the NAT gateway ID. And it means that okay, it can connect to the internet, right? So if I have this NAT gateway within the public subnet, then my EC2 instance which is there in my private subnet can connect to the internet, right? And this NAT gateway will be associated with a elastic IP address. So this is the lab that we are going to demonstrate. So let's jump into the AWS console and see how it works. So here I am in my AWS console, and this is my VPC dashboard, where you can see that okay, we have some default configurations are already available. That is VPC, it will be having a default VPC already. Similarly, there will be a route table, all these things there will so there are these are all default configurations which are available. Now there are two ways to create VPCs, is that we can go to your VPCs and click on create VPC, okay, and then click on create subnet, then create NAT gateway, create internet gateway, then do the association. So all this can be done manually. At the same time, VPC, if I go to my VPC wizard, okay, AWS has a provision to launch all this, the entire configuration that I showed, okay, in my previous slide, okay, using this option called VPC with public and private subnets. So we'll do one thing, we'll go ahead and click this option and see how it works. So by default, it brings this CIDR range for the VPC. Okay, in case you want, you can change. But as we have already highlighted in our previous slide, that our CIDR range is going to be /16, and for all the subnets, we are going to have /24, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create give some name to my VPC. Let's say my VPC, and this is going to be my public subnet. So I'm going to create it in US East 1A, let's say, and I'll name this as my public subnet. And now coming to the private subnet, I'll make it as a US East 1B, my private subnet. Now here it is saying that okay, we have to associate a NAT gateway, okay, and NAT gateway will be associated with a NAT instance, and the NAT instance will be associated with an elastic IP address. So for convenience purpose, I have already created the elastic IP address. So this is the elastic IP address that I had already created. So I just have to select this option. So now I'm kind of done with all the configurations that I'm required. I'll just go ahead and click on create VPC. So it will take some time. Okay, now you can see my VPC is successfully being created. Okay, so I'll just click OK and we can quickly verify. So this is my VPC and this has a CIDR range of this one, and there are some route tables which is already associated. So let's understand what are the subnets that is created. So yes, we have two subnets, that is my public subnet and my private subnet, and it will have two route tables. Yeah, so we have yeah, so these two route tables are created, okay, and it is associated with this VPC. It's the same VPC ID which we created. So let's do one thing, and let's go to subnets. Okay, now internet gateway also we can explore, and you can see here my internet gateway is being created here. Okay, and I can also explore my NAT gateway. Yes, NAT gateway should also have been created, and this is the elastic IP address that gets associated with this. Okay, and let's go to our subnets and explore what are the route tables that is associated. So public subnet, in the sense we should have internet gateway associated with the. So let's see that. Okay, so as you can see, by default this internet gateway is being associated to the public subnet. Now let's go to the private subnet. So in the private subnet, if I go to the route table, yeah, so here we have this NAT gateway associated. All right, so now it's time to launch instances and see. We'll go ahead with the default Amazon Linux. Yeah, so let's understand this. The VPC that you have to select is the VPC which you have created just now. And let's say we are launching this in my public subnet. Okay, and so this has to be enabled so that we'll get the public IP address. Okay, and I'll go ahead and do a review and launch. I'll choose an existing key pair, launch. So let's go ahead and launch another instance in my private subnet while the EC2 instance in the public EC2 public subnet is getting created, right? So here we'll choose the my VPC, and here I'll choose subnet as my private subnet. And it is very important to keep in mind that okay, this option has to be disabled, which means there will not be any public IP associated with the EC2 instance that is getting created in my private subnet, right? I'll go ahead and review and launch. I'll say click launch. I'll use the same key pair, launch instance. Okay, as you can see, there are two instances being created. One is public EC2 instance and the other one is private EC2 instance. The public EC2 instance has a public IP address, whereas the private EC2 instance does not have any public IP address. It only has this private IP address, right? So let's go ahead and connect to our EC2 instance, which is created in the public subnet. I'll just use the putty tool, user @IP address, and I'll select the ppk file for my key pair which I have selected. Okay, so let me just maximize this a bit. Okay, let me just do one thing. So, 1 second. I'll just make the font a slightly better. Um, okay. Yeah, so I'm able to log into my EC2 instance, which is created in the public subnet. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to see whether I'm able to connect to internet or not. Okay, so for that, I'll just do a ping. Okay, so I'm getting the response, which means I'm able to connect to the internet, right? Okay, now we'll see whether we are able to connect to the internet um, through our EC2 instance which was created in the private subnet, right? So for that purpose, what we need to do is that we need to first create create a key pair. Let's say we'll give the same name, my key pair dot pem file, and I'm going to, yeah, this is the contents of the key pair which we have created, and I'll have this pasted here. Control WQ. Okay, I have saved it. Now I'm going to, let me first go to the private EC2 instance and see what is the IP address there. Okay, so let's see if at all I'm able to connect to my EC2 instance in the private subnet. I my key pair. Okay, I do not have the permission. Let's give the permissions. WX. Now let's rerun the same command. It's not. Okay, let's type it. The IP address space hyphen I my key pair dot pem. Okay, So as you can see, we are able to connect to the EC2 instance that is there in the private subnet. Now we'll just see whether we're able to ping to internet or not. Ideally, this should be possible because we have already associated a NAT gateway to our to with the public subnet, and we have also made an entry in our the private root table, the NAT gateway ID, right? Okay, so as you can see, we are able to get the response back. So which means we are able to connect to the internet from the private EC2 instance, right? So that's it, guys. For today, I hope the video was helpful. I'll try to cover. We try to cover how VPC works and how can we configure subnets, EC2, then NAT gateway, internet gateways, okay, inside the VPC or using the VPC widget, right? So please feel free to provide your comments, and if you like the video, then please do subscribe to my channel to get new videos, every week. So wish you all a happy learning. Thank you.